Hi, Cancer and Cancer Rising. Here's your horoscope for April 2025. I'm Astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, we have sort of a reset going on here this month, even though we start off a little slow. But Mars is still in your sign here, and it is moving forward through your first house, and it's going direct. So this is going to help you a lot this month. So if you're a Cancer rising or sun sign Cancer, this is a general overview for you using Western astrology and the tropical zodiac. And I'm saying this now because what's actually happening in your chart is, if we look up here, we see the sun going through Aries. Now we see Neptune in Aries as well. And so there is going to be a drive this month for many of you to want to accomplish, to set new goals, a career especially, or a sense of purpose. The drive is going to be very strong to want to change something about your life. And so this is going to be, the energy is focused up in here. We also have Mercury and Venus that are going to go direct this month, which is going to help you with some motivation as well too. But notice a lot of the planets are up in this part of your chart, which has to do with your belief systems, and it has to do with your purpose. And so this is going to be a very important month for many of you to go in a new direction, possibly move, change careers, start a business. All of that stuff is on the table here as we have this energy lighting up this 10th house. And I also say that because last month we had a very strong solar eclipse in Aries that lit up this 10th house. And so this is going to be a very important month for many of you. Finances will be on the table as well, as Mars will be leaving your sign and going into Leo this month. And it will be making an alignment to Pluto right here. So the second half of the month, it's all about the finances, the values, the beliefs, the belongings. This is all going to be the general theme for Cancer and Cancer rising. Okay, so keep that in mind. We also have Taurus season the second half of the month, which is going to light up this 11th house, which is going to propel you into new areas and thinking outside the box. So there's a lot to be grateful for this month. I know March was a very difficult month. It was a very heavy energy. We had 2 eclipses and we had planets going retrograde. And so it was a very confusing month. And so now this month, the second half of April, seems so much better than the first half of April because we're slowly moving forward because of these inner planets here of Mercury and Venus starting to pick up speed. So that doesn't mean you don't do anything. You start planning. You start making, some small moves in the direction that you want to go in. Now on the 7th, Mercury goes direct in Pisces right there. It is in stationary position. And so now we could start thinking a little bit more clearly anyway, because it's in Pisces, and Cancer and Pisces are both water signs. So your intuition starts to come back. It starts to feel like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know where I need to go. I understand my purpose. And that's because it's also conjunct the North Node, as you can see here, both 26 degrees in the 9th house, which is about the future. And so many of you are going to start getting glimpses of what's to come in your personal life. So I would suggest either writing it down or investigating it and looking into it. No fear. There's no reason to fear anything. You take the small steps, you'll be fine. So, as you know, the whole world is changing right now, not just, socially, politically, and every other way, but inside we're changing. Our physical bodies are changing. We're starting to see things as they really are. And this is why in a lot of my videos I say we are spiritual beings having human experiences, because that's what my research and my years of doing this is taking me to that understanding. So remember that, okay? On the 12th, we have a full moon in Libra. Now, the moon is what rules the sign of Cancer. And here we have one in the 4th house. And so this has a lot to do with your home, your feeling, your foundation, your children. And so what is it that you're coming to a realization about in this area? Is there a relationship that's not working for you anymore? Is there a situation with a land or real estate that you need to change some way? Maybe a remodel. Is there a family member that is just, causing you too much problem and you need to change that dynamic of that relationship? So whatever it is, Libra is about fairness and balance, but it's also, because it's a full moon, it's about realization. So many of you are going to be coming to a realization about a situation involving the home or your feelings, or your foundation and need for security. That is all going to be on the table here. That'll be, I believe it's going to be at 23 degrees. Yes, 23 degrees of Libra. So if that is in your birth chart, that's the area you want to take a look at, okay? Now, we also have Venus. Less than an hour later, Venus begins to go direct. And so here she is, where is she? Right there in stationary position before she starts moving forward again. And as you can see, she's closely aligned to Saturn there, 24, 25. So there's definitely some sort of karmic relationship that starts to move forward, or an idea, a concept, a need to travel, a need to learn something new, because the ninth house represents education on every level, whether you're a teacher or a student. And so in Pisces, this is a very psychic time for many of you. Not only do we have the full moon being activated, which is your sign ruler, but we have Venus and we have Mercury now both beginning to pick up speed, which should help you in making a decision about where you want to go, what you need to do next, what's important to you, what you need to leave behind. These are the things that you're going to be coming to a realization about. Okay. And it's nothing to be overly concerned about. We all are going to be making changes in April, especially the second half. Now, on the 16th, Mercury re-enters Aries. Now, the energy starts going through the charts, because Mercury works very well in Aries. So Mercury in Aries is very quick, very sharp. It speaks its mind. It gets to ideas very quickly. And so now we have a different dynamic here. It's in your 10th house of career and status. And this is also the house of goal orientation. So you might find yourself being more fastidious, or thinking about what you really want. And you're going to be driven to do it, because Aries, like your sign, is a cardinal sign, which means action. And so you're going to find yourself around this time really propelled to do something. Now, it could be something in the arts, because look at Neptune. It's conjunct Mercury at 0 degrees. So there could be something very important about your career. Maybe you're retiring if you're retirement age. Maybe there's something going on with your father, because the 10th house represents father and the 4th house represents mother. And or it could have something to do with your work. Let's say you're looking for a raise. Maybe you get a promotion or something like that, or more responsibility. Or if you're thinking about starting a business of some kind, this could be really good for announcing your business, getting it out there, promoting it, because Mercury is in a very strong position with Neptune here. Okay, and you still have all of these other planets in the 9th house, which could benefit you from some sort of marketing your skills, talents, or products. So I would highly encourage that, the momentum and the energy is starting to shift, and it could be favorable if you play your cards right. Now, Mars re-enters Leo on the 18th. There it is right there. Now remember, Mars went retrograde on December the 6th. It began in Leo, and then it went back into Cancer on January the 6th of 2025. So it re-enters Leo again. Now, this is great for financial matters, because Mars in Leo is very driven, as opposed to Mars in Cancer. Mars in Leo wants to be seen, wants to be heard, and it will, do what it has to make something creative happen, which is business, finance, whatever it is, that comes forth. Now, there is one tricky alignment that's coming in here, and that's going to be to Pluto. Now, notice both of these are the 2nd house and the 8th house both represent financial matters. And so there could be some concerns about an investment or money matters that you really want to pay attention to. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but there's going to be this interest in finances somehow. So maybe there's expenditures that comes out of nowhere. Maybe somebody's asking you for a loan. Maybe there's a debt obligation. Whatever it is, it depends on your birth chart, obviously. But I'm giving you a general overview of what these two are going to be. Maybe it's the economy, especially in the United States. If you live in the United States, we're going through a transition here, which is going to affect the world as well, with economic situations, either slowing down or changing in some way. So we'll have to see that. So it may not be personal. It might be something more on a larger scale. But whatever it is, Mars in Leo for the next 6 weeks will be very beneficial to get things done, to get motivated, to make things happen. So I would encourage you now to put the wheels in motion to, create that activity or whatever it is that you want. Now, on the 19th and 20th, the Sun enters Taurus. Now, Taurus is a sign that's about the basics and getting back to the simple things. It's going to be in the 11th house, so it has a lot to do with connecting with friends, acquaintances, groups, organizations, hopes and wishes for the future. And so now you're kind of slowing things down a little bit and saying, all right, what do I need to take care of? Simple things. Now, Taurus is a money sign as well. So now the theme of money is absolutely on the table at this point, because we have the sun in Taurus, which is about our money and values and possessions, Mars in the second house in Leo, and Pluto going through the 8th house. And these are all fixed signs, and they're all interacting with each other. So there could be some tricky maneuvering that needs to be done here, either with a friend or an organization, a community, something that you're working on that it could involve an investment or something to do with money and debt that you're going to have to really pay attention to. Now, I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just, pointing out the theme here with these alignments that are going to take place. But the one thing with Taurus energy, again, it's about getting back to the basics. And so I suggest it. Now, on the 26th is this opposition between Pluto and Mars. These two planets, when they oppose each other like this, it causes a lot of tension. So this will be in effect for about a week or so. So please don't take it personally like you're the only one going through this. This is going to affect everyone. This tension that's going to be in the air, but it can motivate you. So keep that in mind. This could be a very motivating alignment. And then last but not least, we have the new moon in Taurus that's going to highlight the 7th house once again, about the future, about acquaintances, organizations, and you can meet some new people, new friendly people. Maybe you're joining a new club, like a gym membership or something like that. So this could be something very favorable to look forward to in the next 2 weeks. But whatever it is, I just see some sort of financial endeavor or involvement with either a group or another person that involves a business, an idea, a friendship, or something to do with your personal investments as well. This all seems to be on the table here this month, but it really is the second half of the month that everything starts to move forward in a bigger way. Okay, so anyway, there you have the general overview. If you want to learn more, I do have an extended version of this horoscope here in my inner circle community, as you can see here. So there'll be more about the month. And then, of course, I also do the weekly astrology overview, which the members really do appreciate and enjoy. I give people the trends and what's going on for the week. And all the members have told me that they really enjoy that part. I also teach astrology in here. So once a month that we do a class on astrology. But every Sunday, we also get together on Zoom and we interact. So people could ask me questions. They send me their charts and I look them over for them and, answer a few questions for them. And so there's a lot of interaction going on in this community. So consider joining it. There's a free 7-day trial. So, if it's not for you, that's okay too. But anyway, check it out. The link is down below. Have a great month. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye for now.